listen very carefully to all the stories, and a little later in the show, we're going to ask you for your verdict. So you all be impartial, okay? Now we're going to get back to the stories on our show today. Okay.
I quit my job because stereos is my life. That's what I do for a living. I'm a stereo installer. That's me. Me and my buddy, he owns a business. I'm the head installer there. That's all I do. That's my whole life is stereos. You could have slept with my girlfriend. I wouldn't have cared. You took my stereo.
Are you only attracted to bad girls because good girls don't turn you on, but someone in your life thinks you're crazy? If you want to tell them to back off, you could be a guest on Tempest. Call 1-800-806-4135. Welcome back. Two-faced, phony, backstabbing friends. That's what we're talking about today. Next, he says they were best friends for 10 years until he was stabbed in the back. He's hardly spoken to his former friend in 2 years, but he's here to finally confront him. And remember, later in the show, our jury will give its verdict and tell us who they think is guilty or not guilty of backstabbing. Don't go away.
Jason, 10 years we were best friends. You sold me out. I want to know why. I'm coming for you today, and I'm going to find out why.
I don't regret anything that I've done. No, I don't regret it.
You don't regret it?
No.
Don't you regret losing the friendship?
Well, I have other friends too, so.
Big news! Extra.
When you love told you they're gay.
That's your blood. You're supposed to accept it no matter what.
Don't hate me because I'm gay on the next Tempest. Are you a blue-collar woman who's tired of being broke and you want a man with money? If you'd like to be set up with a guy with big bucks, you could be a guest on Tempest. Call 1-800-806-4135. Welcome back. We're talking to people who are confronting some ex-friends of theirs, friends they call two-faced, phony backstabbers. Well, that's exactly what 23-year-old Dean says his best friend Jason did to him. Dean is from Alakepa, Pennsylvania. Jason is waiting backstage. We're going to meet him in a moment. Dean, how is Jason a backstabber?
He stole about $6,000 worth of stereo equipment out of my Suzuki Samurai and did about $4,000 worth of damage. I mean, me and him were like really tight, like a lot like Rich and his best friend were. I mean, from the 7th grade on, we was inseparable. I mean, when I found out, I called the police, made a report. They come down, did an investigation, and then I called him. We went out, we looked for it. I mean, we went everywhere. A week later.
Wait a second. He went out and looked for your stereo equipment with you?
Yeah. He took me to a guy's house. He said that had it. I was going to kill this guy. I mean, I was snapping.
He accused someone else. He said, I found out who took your stereo equipment and took you to this guy's house?
He took me to the police station. A week later, he come to my house with a car stereo. He's like, I mean, I feel bad. He said, here, I'll sell this. He sold me a car stereo.
I think your friend is playing you for a fool. If somebody stole something from me like that, they wouldn't be my friend anymore.
That's a very good point. Go ahead.
I didn't find all this out for like a year later. I had no idea he was my, you know, he helped me do everything. He went through the whole charade with me.
Well, Dean, we all want to talk to Jason because there are two sides to every story. Jason, come on out. Now, let's hear what he has to say. Don't go shaking your head in the jury. You haven't heard what he has to say. You're an impartial juror. Remember that. Jason, thank you. Hey. Jason, thank you for joining us today. Now, did you take his stereo system?
Yeah.
Well, you have to hear the whole story, though.
Please, tell me the whole story.
See, I had left a motorcycle at his house, and it just seemed to disappear, okay, and nothing ever came from it. And then we were out with some friends one night, and they were looking to get a stereo, and I was like, well, yeah, I know where this one's at. It just happened to be in his truck. And we went up there, and we just took his stereo. And it seemed like the police, it came down to, you know, when his stuff got stolen, the police were involved and everything else was involved. But when my motorcycle was taken, nothing came from it. No police were called, no one was even looking for it, nothing like that. So I figured it was...
You're wrong.
Yes.
I did call the police. They couldn't do nothing because there was no numbers for it.
Well,
you know, they said they couldn't do nothing. They said, you have a
case
title?
closed.
Gene, did you have anything to do with his motorcycle disappearing?
No, it was, I know who has it. I just found out recently. But why should I tell him? If he didn't have enough, excuse me.
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth.
Have enough guts to come, if he didn't have enough guts to come up to me and say, did you do something with my bike?
Uh-huh.
He wasn't, I'm a friend. I don't do that. That's why I didn't have him put in jail.
Hey, yo, you violated. Yo, you violated. You shouldn't even stolen stuff like that. How could you do that? That's your man.
Eye for an eye.
Eye for an eye, he didn't do nothing to you. Yo, you don't even violate like that. You never violate like that.
It seemed like his friendship went down the tubes when it just decided that this was going to come up missing. And, you know, there was no, you know,
It was
I'm sorry.
a motorcycle you paid $60 for. It was 1972 dirt bike.
Jason.
I quit my job because stereos is my life. That's what I do for a living. I'm a stereo installer. That's me. Me and my buddy, he owns a business. I'm the head installer there. That's all I do. That's my whole life is stereos. You could have slept with my girlfriend. I wouldn't have cared. You took my stereo.
Gene, you're saying you're very serious about your stereo system,
very
right?
serious.
Jason,
I sleep, eat, drink stereos. I work 16 hours a day.
did he know how serious you were about
Yes,
this?
he knew.
Because I assume you worked very hard to put that in your car, didn't you?
I paid for it for a year after it was taken.
If you guys are so close friends, what makes you think he took your motorcycle?
It came up missing and nothing ever came from it.
I just told you the police could not do nothing.
Jason, not only did you take the stereo, you went and looked for the stereo with him. You took him to the police station, and you said, I know who took your stereo, and took him to somebody else's house, and he was about to beat this guy up.
Well, it made me not the suspect.
Excuse me. I would like to know, what did you do with the money? You sniffed it?
What did you do?
Oh, no, it gets real good.
I didn't get any of the stereo.
What did you get out of stealing from your friend like this?
He extorted money off the guys that stole my stereo.
What?
They're gonna kill you, dude.
You're crazy.
He went back to them. He went back to them about a week later and told them he knows that you got his stereo. He doesn't want it back. He wants money. He wants this. The stereo he sold me was given to him by them. So, I mean, those guys, they had to pay for that stereo twice. He is still yet to pay for anything. He said he gave me a home receiver for my house that didn't work.
It sounds very, very complicated today. Coming up, they used to be the best of friends until one told the other's boyfriend she was cheating on him. We'll meet them after this.
Kathy, we were supposed to be friends, but you told my secret, and I want to find out why you did it.
You know, friends don't let friends drink and drive. Friends don't stab each other in the back, and they don't.
That's very true. Welcome back. There are definitely two sides to every story. So are the friends who stand accused of backstabbing truly guilty? I gotta defer to our jury. Jurors, are the verdicts in? All right, how do you find Jamie? Guilty or not guilty of backstabbing? Guilty! Our audience agrees? What about Mike? Guilty or not guilty of backstabbing? Not guilty. I'm so surprised. What about Jason? backstabbing. Guilty or not guilty? Our audience agrees. And finally, Kathy. Guilty or not guilty of backstabbing? Guilty! Kathy, they say guilty.
I'm not guilty. I covered up for her for a year and a half. That's all I have to say. I'm not guilty.
But she was your friend. Don't you think you should have talked
I
to
have
her
other
first?
friends. She's not the only friend that I have. I covered up for her. She was the one cheating on me.
She don't even see it. That's the sad part about it. But that's okay.
I don't have any
Jason,
regrets.
how do you feel about our verdict today?
Well, I guess I am guilty, but I guess it was a long time ago and stuff happened.
What about all the money I lost?
What, all the money you lost? Well, that happened.
You know, friends don't let friends drink and drive. Friends don't stab each other in the back.
And they don't.
That's very true. Mike?
But
Now, I gotta admit, I'm a little surprised. The jury really shocked me with this one. If you'd like free tickets to our show, please give us a call at 1-800-806-4134 or write to Tempestt Tickets, Box 71, 15 Penn Plaza, New York, New York, 1001. Hope to see you.
Fulfill your dreams, taking care of your opportunity.
So, Kelly, how would you like to close our show today?
I would just like to say that we all know backstabbing hurts, and if you're true friends, you'll talk about it and avoid the backstabbing, because it doesn't make the problem better, it just makes it worse.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Thanks to all our guests and our audience, and especially our audience members who were called to jury duty. See you soon. Thank you.
Don't suffer with chronic pain any longer. Start feeling better now with drug-free.
He's talking and coming to you today at 5 on UPN 22. It's the wildest hour on television. Danny, next on UPN 22.